for some reason. Okay, yeah. Now I can be heard. Cool. All right, everyone who is here. Hey, nice to see you in my stream. We are. Oops. Yeah. Music by mistake. Yeah, I'm Itamar. This is Figment RP, and we are going to continue the Crown of Kings today, which is the latest in the sorcery series of game books. Everyone who's here probably knows, everyone who probably remembers, this is one of my favorite game books from when I was a child, and I chose to start with them when I started this weekly show of Choose Your Own Adventure. So for me, it was very important, and now we're already up to the fourth and last book in the series. We started last week. I predicted it's going to be 3 sessions, 3 weeks before we're done, and I'm still sticking with that prediction. I think that's how long it's going to take us. If anyone's on, please say hi in chat. I'd love to see and hear from you to see who's here. You're gonna be playing with us tonight. It's very important. Hey Shin, hi, how are you doing? It's very important because you are gonna be the ones making all the choices tonight. I'm gonna narrate the book. I'm gonna run the game for you, and you are gonna be the ones who are actually choosing which choices to make whenever there's a fork asking you which paragraph to go to. So it's actually in your hands how well we do. We had a lot of good and bad choices last week, a lot of information we got, a lot of advantages and hints we have that I think we might be able to use. Some of them today, hopefully. Some of the advantages we gathered throughout the previous books and the first part of the Crown of Kings last week. Hopefully, we get there. Let's take a look and see what we have. This is our adventure sheet, and we are now at 10 out of 18 stamina, as you can see at the top of the sheet. And we have a lot of little hints and advantages we have here in this box with the red writing. If we're recognized, we're never going to be recognized. We can deduct 40 from the reference number that we're on. So then we'll get to a different paragraph where they don't recognize us as being someone, the hero from Analan who's come to collect or to steal back the Crown of Kings. If we meet someone who can translate a parchment that we got from, where did we get this parchment? Where did we get this parchment? I don't remember. Something in a language we can understand. If we meet something that we think can translate it for us, we can deduct 20 from the paragraph number. Oh yeah, in a bottle. It was in a cave. Yeah, that's right. Shin, thank you for the reminder. It was just in a cave, so we have no idea where it's from originally. It was just in a parchment in a bottle. And if we think we're in a place where we can summon Coletus, the holy man, we can deduct 30 if we want to actually try to summon him. And when we we get to a secret door, a place where there's a secret door and we want to find it. I don't know how we'll know. We might be told, or we might just need to guess or infer that there's a secret door there. Then we deduct 92 from paragraph. So all things we can remember, we need to remember. We need to figure out ourselves if this is like the right opportunity for that. And hopefully we'll do that, and I won't forget, because I am prone to forgetting these things. So you are in chat. We're gonna have to be like good reminders, and most of the time this screen is going to be up and you can see this red writing here. Also some hints we had from the previous book, because we had the serpent ring and we got some hints from the 7 serpents. So already one hint we didn't listen to. 4 guards watching the entrance to Mampang. We jumped off the ledge after 2 guards passed outside, and we got beaten up for it, and now we're on 10 stamina because of that. It was a mistake we did. We didn't listen to this tip properly. Then there's 4 Throban doors, something hidden there in 4 Throban doors. Like the doors themselves, or the barrier is somehow hidden. We need to offer no gold to Valenia. We need to stay away from eating from Throg's larder. We need to not eat out of Throg's larder. In the Chamber of Night, do not light the red candle. This is one I actually remember. We need to pay respect to Nagamante, the Torture Master. And last hint, last tip, the Archmage may be disguised in the fortress. Maybe in disguise. So that's some tips we got. One of them, the Throban Doors, is from this one. But all the rest, the 6 others, are from the book, The 7 Serpents. So yeah, all of them hopefully will be relevant for us. And yeah, let's hope that all these advantages will be enough for us to be able to yeah, be able to beat this book. Yeah, so let's keep going. I wrote here that we're in reference 129. That's where we are in the book, in paragraph 129. So let's go to 129 right now. Let's see what happens. Basically, we stopped a second after we beat the guards at the entrance to Mampang Fortress. We were outside of the fortress. We climbed the mountain. We went into caves and talked to the harpies and lots of little different things that happened. In this one, we just beat the 4 guards because we misread the hint and we jumped down from the ledge after only 2 passed, so the other 2 still saw us. So now we had to fight them. We beat them. We used some magic for that, and now we're ready to go into the fortress. So let's delete that and go to 129, which is right here. Okay, cool. So yeah, you jumped down from the you jumped down from the ledge. You beat the guards, and now you close the door quickly. And you close the gate behind you. So you stay inside, and the gate behind you is closed to the fortress. You step forward into the darkness. You're in a wide archway inside the main gate. The way ahead is blocked by another gate, almost as large as the main entrance. Ooh, okay, so there's 4 doors. We know the 4th row of doors. Maybe we've passed one of them, or maybe we didn't yet, and there's other gates right now that they're supposed to be right at the entrance, so probably very close. So it's another gate, almost as large as the main entrance. It's a large double door with a heavy brass handle and lock. To your left, there's 2 smaller doorways which may open into rooms in the main wall surrounding the fortress. Oh, it's rooms in the wall. You're still in the wall of the fortress. Nice. And the wall, yeah, the wall is so thick, like several meters, it actually can house whole chambers inside it. Which way do you proceed? And now this is going to be your first choice. Which way do you proceed? You are going to try the door to your left, the door to your right, or the double doors ahead of you. Which one are you going to choose? Make your choice right now, please, people in chat. All right, we have 1 vote to the door to my right. About 30 seconds for this. Is anyone else in chat? You might not have many other people to wait for. Okay, so yeah, we're now ready. Oh, hey, Kraylog, nice to see you. We just begun. We just did the first choice. We just went through the first choice, which is going to the door to our right. Let's remind you, Kraylog, that last week we misread the hint that there's 4 guards and we had to fight them. Now we're done fighting them. We're in the wall of the fortress, and instead of going ahead to the large brass door in front of us, Shin, who was the only voter for this first choice of tonight, chose to go to the door to the right, which means right now we're still we're still going through the doors in the wall of the fortress, which is so thick, there's actual hallways and chambers inside it. So we're gonna go to the door to our right. That's where you go, the door to your right. Let's go to 493, which is where this is. Okay, so yeah. You turn to your right, you open the door. The timber door is a few centimeters ajar, so it's already a little bit open. You approach, you can hear gruff voices talking inside. It's guards, more guards. Somehow they didn't hear the battle that was raging just a few meters away from them, but they must have very, very bad hearing. You creep closer, you hear a chair move. Probably one of them stood up, sitting on a chair and now stood up, and you have to decide quickly. So these are the 4 options you have. Burst into the room and surprise whoever is inside. Stay to listen at the doorway. Hide by trying the doorway opposite, so going to the door to your left instead, or quickly go for the large double doors. Okay, so try one of the 2 other doors is 2 of the options. Stay to listen or burst inside to try to surprise them. These are your 4 options. Make your choice right now. vote to listen at the door. Raylon, do you want to offer your vote? Okay, so this is what we chose. We're gonna stay and listen at the door, even though it seems like somebody's gonna go through like very soon. But you stand to one side of the door, you listen, like put your ear against the wall, and you're a frog princess. Let me show you, Mrs. Daisy McGilly. I'll remind you, it's big flappy frog ears. So you probably have like pretty good hearing, and you're pretty good at eavesdropping through doors. And you hope that the door is not just gonna open in front of you. And you hear these words: Barak has heard about the night watch. The Samaritans of Shin, that's what he thinks. But me, I'm not so sure. Those damned Samaritans. This isn't their style. They don't need to worry about guards. Not unless they're armed with arrows, that's for sure. But even though it's worrying, there are dozens of those blasted birdmen around here. How do you know which one you can trust? I'll kill 'em all if it was up to me. Anyway, I'm away to check the gate. I thought young Yangi was right. I heard a knock as well. And then there's footsteps from the room towards the door that you're right next to. So they're talking about birdmen, who are the Samaritans. For some reason, everything in these books was such creative, original names. Now suddenly these birdmen are Samaritans. I guess to make it very clear that they're good. I think, I don't know. Is this the hint? I don't know exactly what it means, what it's supposed to mean. And they're birdmen, and some of the guards want to kill them all, I guess. Okay, so your options here are: will you wait until they're close, then smash the door open into them, right? That's one of the options you're given, very specific. Or do you leap into the room right now to surprise them, or do you try to hide quickly? So wait and then smash the door into them, leap right now, or try to hide quickly. Go right now. Raylog wants to smash the door, and Shin as well. Oh my lord. Okay, well, that's what you chose. It's all on you here. That's my thing. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's what you chose. Why you chose it, right, Shin? Sounds like a good idea to you. So let's see what happens if you smash the door right into their face. Okay. Wait, which one was that? Oh shit, I lost. 446. Okay. You wait. You bide your time for the right moment. The footsteps have stopped at the door, and then you just heave forward. Just open it and smash into the guard who is just about to open it. He howls in pain. He falls into the ground. Inside the rooms, there's a table and 2 chairs, and there's another guard inside who was sitting next to the table, probably was talking to his buddy, not knowing what's coming at all, and completely surprised, grabs a weapon and lifts it. Now you must fight the guard, but you have 2 advantages. First of all, you've disabled one of the guards already. Deduct 3 points from the first guard's skill. Oh, cool. So the first guard is going to be weaker because you smashed the door into them. He's now, like, wounded or hurting. Secondly, you have the element of surprise on your side. If during the fight your attack strengths are the same, you can treat this result as though you had inflicted a wound. Oh, cool. So usually a tie, if you get a tie in the fight, then it's just a tie. Nobody inflicts a wound on anyone else, and you just move on to the next round. But in this case, if we have a tie, we get to wound them because we have the advantage. Okay, so do we fight the guards or do we cast one of these spells? Let me show you the spells that you can cast. It was actually quite a good choice, Greylock. Quite a a good point. Good point. If you get a tie in the fight, drop it. Drop it. Yeah, we do have beeswax. We do have beeswax. Yaz, Rap, Gum, Raz, and Rez. What's Rez? R-E-S. I don't know what that is. Okay, let's play the music. Shin already voted. Wants to use a spell. Raz is a razor, short for razor. It makes your sword razor sharp. So Okay, so we're going to cast Raz. Let's go see what Raz does. Yeah, let's go to 765. Yeah, the sword becomes razor sharp. Probably just do more damage, right? I think we already used it once, maybe. I don't know. Deduct 1 stamina point. This spell costs 1 stamina point. Do you have any beeswax? Yeah, we do have some beeswax. You rub it onto your weapon to enhance its abilities. You rub the beeswax on the weapon, which I will remind you, you can see in this illustration, this very high quality illustration of Mrs. Daisy McGillicuddy. Your weapon is a sword wand pogo stick combo. So that's your weapon. That's what you're going to use to fight. You rub the beeswax on. Do we waste the beeswax? Did we? Is it one use? I'm gonna assume it's one use because I think it's like it's wax. You rub it on and it stays on the weapon. Right? So let's just delete the beeswax. So we're out of beeswax now. That's it. No more beeswax, and 1 stamina that it costs us. So we're now down to 9 stamina out of 18. Blah blah blah. Yeah, we're gonna go fight, and now we do 4 stamina points whenever we fight the guards instead of 2. Usually, yes. He stands up and grabs the weapon. You just start rubbing the beeswax. I love that. Perfect. All right, let's go to where the fight is. The fight actually is here. Okay, so the first guard is skill 8, now 5 because we smashed a door into them. So now it's 9 skill for us against 5 for the guard. I'll remind you that when we were outside of the citadel, we had 1 skill less. So we're fighting as if we had 8 because of how foreboding, like how scary even the sight of the citadel is, the fortress. But we are now inside. We don't see the fortress from the outside anymore, so we're now back up to our usual skill of 9. And we know, because we've tested it many times, we need to roll for the enemy first. It usually works to roll for the enemy first. Not that it matters in this one because the gap in skill is so high. They're fighting with 5, so. Yeah, they roll a 4 and we roll an 8. So we have 4 more in the die roll and also 4 more in the skill. So it's a big gap and we do 4 damage. They only have 6 stamina, so they're left with 2. Only 2 stamina. Let's do the second combat round. They roll a 10, we roll a 7. Because we have an advantage of 4 in skill, this is still more. 10 plus their 5 is 15. 7 plus our 9 is 16. So we still deal 4 damage to them, and they die. The first guard is down, beaten completely. Second guard is with 7 skill. 7 skills. That actually is a bit more of a challenge. They might actually hit us a couple of times. I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen a lot. Let's see. Second guard rolls a 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. We roll a 3. 9 plus 3 is 12. We get hit. We got hit. We're down to 7 stamina. Oh, that's awful. All right. Second guard rolls again. They roll an 8. We roll a 5. They have a 7. Oh, shit. 7 plus 8 is 15. We roll a 14. That's awful. We're down to 5 stamina. Whew. We're not doing well. Yeah. I mean, you're right. I shouldn't have been so confident. Second guard rolls a 3, so that's a total of 9. So now there's no chance for us to lose. Let's roll just for the protocol. We rolled a 9. So we hit the second guard once. They go from 7 stamina down to 3. So just one more hit. We just need one more hit to kill them. Second guard rolls a 6. They have a total of 13. We roll a 4. No, they don't. No, 6. They have 7. That's a 13. And we roll a 4. That's also a 13. And that's a tie. And because we have the advantage in this combat, that means we do hit and we do kill them. So that was a little bit more harrowing than I hoped it would be. But we got there eventually. We got there in the end. And we beat the guards. We killed both of them. Defeat both guards. You can search their room. Let's go search the room. Sure. All right, the room is undecorated. It's very dirty. It's obviously not used as a living space. This close to the gate. It's probably a tie. By the way, you do have a tie. Look up there. You have a bow tie. You see the bow tie? So maybe you can actually fight with the bow tie. So it's just a table and two chairs. Nothing particularly unusual about the table or two chairs. Um, you open the drawer. Oh, the table does have a drawer. You open the drawer in the table. Inside, you find a single large key on a ring. A single large key. You may take this with you and leave the room. Of course, we take a large key on a ring. Large key on a ring. Sure. Do that again. Oops, not in the right place. Okay. So, yeah, we took the key, and now you leave the room. The double doors at the end of the archway have a strong lock, and you hope that this key will open the lock. Making sure there are no close sounds on the far side of the doors, you try the key. It fits. The lock turns, and you're able to open the doors wide enough to get through. Cool. We opened the first large brass doors inside the fortress. I wonder if that's the Throben doors. I don't know if that's that. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be. Did we go through 2 doors already out of the 4, or only 1 out of the 4, or none of them because it's a completely different thing? I don't know. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled for hints. And our ears peeled for hints. Okay. Okay, so the door opens into a large courtyard. That's nice. Yeah, the courtyard in front of you, it's like it's an early morning light. Groups of, oh yeah, we just slept outside of the fortress, right? So it's still early morning. Groups of the fortress's inhabitants are coming to life. This is encouraging because you will probably be able to mingle with these groups and make your way inconspicuously. Nice. You close the door behind you and you walk into the courtyard. You try your best to act naturally. You're a big frog in a blue cloak. Shouldn't be that hard. You advance towards the far side of the courtyard. It seems like there's the entrance to the main keep. So you're still technically outside of the keep, right? But you are inside the walls of the keep. The main keep. Sorry, you're inside the fortress. You're still outside of the main keep of the fortress, right? So you're gonna go there to the doors of the keep. Maybe that's where the 4 doors will be, the 4 Throben doors. You are aware, though, that you may be the only frog princess in the courtyard. What the book says, I swear to God. And that this fact may arouse some suspicions, so you steer round to the right. One group, some distance ahead of you, starts to take an uncomfortable interest in your progress, making you feel a little uneasy. Ooh, we're gonna get recognized, which means we can maybe turn to another paragraph and avoid that. Yeah, they one of them points at you and the others look in your direction. You can't tell whether their intentions are malevolent or not. Will you ignore this and continue towards them, or will you instead take a route intending to the left and heading towards a pillory, or will you pass on the left side of the group even though this is steering you towards another group of creatures? Okay, so there's 3 options here. I'm going to reread them in a second, but first of all I want to see if we deduct 40 from this paragraph number, like it says right here, if we're recognized, then maybe the paragraph we get to will make some sense. Let's try. 427. Nope, it's not. No, this is not the right time. So this is now a regular choice you need to make because we haven't been specifically recognized yet. I guess very soon we will be, and then we'll have that option, but right now we haven't been recognized yet. So now you have 3 options. Do you just continue towards them, ignoring? They have to recognize you as the Analander hero who came for the crown, because in this timeline, in this best timeline, they don't know of an Analander coming even at all because we've defeated all of these 7 serpents. So these are your 3 choices. You ignore them walking towards you and just keep going towards them. Will you instead take a route tending to the left and heading towards a pillory, or will you pass on the left side of the group, even though this is steering you towards another group of creatures? So, straight towards them, bypass them, or go towards a pillory. These are your 3 options. Go right ahead. Alright, 1 vote by Shin. Go to the pillory. General is something yes. I mean, not probably. intended for you, right? So let's go to the pillory. Sure, Greylock. It's very helpful that you always choose what Shin chooses, because if there's a tie, it's only the two of you. It's only the two of you. And there's a tie, I need to be the tiebreaker, and I don't like to be the tiebreaker. So it's very polite. It's very polite of you, Greylock. But you generally you may choose other things. You definitely are encouraged to make your own decisions. We've made plenty of bad wines in these books, and if you make the wrong choice, nobody's gonna blame you. We've done worse things. We've all done very bad choices. So yeah, we're gonna go towards the pillory. Let's see who's probably someone's already in there, right? It's gonna be like an interesting encounter. Oh yeah, there is definitely someone there. Have a look. Have a look at that lovely person right there. You approach the pillory. You can see that someone's already being held captive inside it. It's a miserable human-like creature. It's just slumping in the pillory against the frame. Blah blah. You approach. It turns its head towards you. You get closer. It's very brawny and shaggy haired. Oh, it's brawny. Nice. You would guess that it's some sort of subhuman, judging from its narrow eyes. Subhuman. Sure. This was not written in this generation, this book. A subhuman, judging from its narrow eyes, broad nose, and high forehead. It says, "Taunt me all you will. You will teach me no lesson that 2 days in this bane-cursed pillory has not taught already. Is my punishment not over yet? I beg of you. Spare me your tongue and instead offer me some nourishment." Oh, it wants food. You pause to reflect on its words. This creature is much too articulate for a subhuman. Will you offer it some nourishment, as it asks? You can give it some food. I'll remind you, you can also see that on the screen right now. We have only one provisions, one meal with us. That's all we have. Do you offer to set the creature free by smashing the lock on the pillory? Will you leave the wretch alone and continue, or will you stop and taunt it? Taunt it. Okay, so you give it food, you smash the lock and release the creature, you leave it alone, or do you taunt the creature? Make your choice right now. Greylock says leave it be. Shin says leave it be, and we don't have enough food. Yeah, we don't have a lot of food, that's true. Only one meal. I would have liked to give him some food, but you're right. Yeah, so let's just keep going. We'll just leave him alone and we just keep going on our way. Let's go. Okay, so you leave the pillory, you carry on. 4 guards are standing in a group against the wall. Probably the second group that was described before, I think. It's probably the second group. Every so often, one will step back and throw something at the wall. The others watch intently and they grunt sounds of encouragement. Sometimes the sounds are even laughter. Oh, they know both how to grunt and how to laugh. That's awesome. So you have 2 choices. You can head towards them, or do you want to avoid them and walk into the open courtyard towards a ragged shape lying on the ground. So avoid them, into the open courtyard, onto a ragged shape lying on the ground, or go towards that group. These are your 2 choices. Make them right now, please. It says avoid the guards. Sounds reasonable. Cool. So yeah, it does sound raggedy, and it might be like some another interesting encounter, right? We're looking for interesting encounters with something that's not scary guards. So it's a bundle of rags on the ground, but to your surprise, your footsteps bring the shape to life. You have woken up a creature of some sort, sleeping underneath the rags. It raises its head, it squints in your direction, but without opening its eyes. Oh, it squints without opening its eyes. That's creative. Cool. That's nice. It's a dirty, misshapen figure, and it stands up and scratches itself, trying to sort some order out of the rags it's dressed in. It has a toothless mouth. It grins a gummy smile at you, right at you, and it squeaks a voice. "Spare an old woman a copper piece, enough to buy a crust of bread? Bless you for helping a blind woman whose days are coming to an end." Oh, it's a beggar, a blind beggar. Sometimes the blind can see more than a hawk-eyed sightmaster. Random hint from the book, thank you. You consider whether or not you will talk to this woman. Do you wish to toss her a gold piece and stop for a chat? Or do you want to chat her anyway but not give her any gold? Or do you ignore the beggar and just continue onwards? I think we have a hint. We have a hint, right? Oh, no, offer no gold to Valenia? No, that's not Valenia. A beggar. It was something about a beggar. I don't know. Anyway, so it's not that. Okay, what do you choose? There's already one vote. One vote to give her a coin. We can also just continue talking without giving her a coin, or just keep going. Gotta go. We need to gather some wife. Oh, you have to go. Alright, yeah. Cool. Kralog, see you later. This is going to be for about 2 hours. So we have about an hour and 15 minutes to go. So if you want to come back later on, that'll be cool. If not, see you on Monday or next week for other shows. Yeah, so we have one vote to give her a coin. Let's give her a coin. Let's reduce our coinage to 28. Thank you, Kralog. It was a very nice compliment. Very nice of you. You too have a nice evening, Kralog. Give her a gold piece. Sure, we just gave her a gold piece. She begins to tremble. Why, this is a gold piece. The gods be praised. Never before has anyone been so generous to poor Javin. Oh, she's Javin. She's not the other woman. We were told not to give any gold to. Also, we overpaid for the tip we're gonna get. A harvest of things on you, stranger. Javin is your best friend for life. But no, I must hide this joy, for if those god-cursed mongrels who have more than their fair share of what I lack earn of my good fortune, I will surely suffer. And it is too early to seek help from any friends from Shin. Any help from Shin? You're Shin. No, there's someone else called Shin. Schinn. Did we hear that name? Shin? I'm sure we heard that name. Yes. Where? Oh, it's the guards. They talked about Shin. And Shin is like, yeah. Any hopes for my friends from Shin? That's somewhere or someone. My friends from Shin. I guess it's a place. Shin is a place. Oh, my friends from Shin. It's the birds? The Birdman? Maybe that's them. No, I must keep this news a secret. I must hide. Yeah, and there's several things she said that caught your attention. Before she shuffles off to hide, you may question her. So now you can ask about the mongrels who have more than their fair share of what she lacks. Okay, so about the mongrels who have more than her fair share. Or about her friends from Shin, or how she lost her sight. These are your three options. About the mongrels, about her friends from Shin, or about how she lost her sight. Go ahead. Make your votes. Mongrels, please. Shin knows. It's my friend from Shin. Shin always knows where we need to go. Mongrels. Let's go. Let's ask about the mongrels. Yeah, the mongrels is right there. So her voice is like disgusted. Those hell-spawned sight monsters? Or whatever they are called. They're as thin as saplings, with eyes the size of bomba fruits. From the lands to the south they come. Why they should choose Mampang as their home is anyone's guess. I expect they have been exiled from their own lands, for they are a mean bunch, and that's for sure. And unquestionably loyal to the Archmage. He is said to have offered them expanses of Analand to the south of the Shamutantes, in exchange for their loyalty and their help. I, for one, would shed no tears if they all dropped from the fly plague, for ever since my accident they have delighted in tormenting me. All right, so now you have your choices. Do you want to offer to rid her of her tormentors, to ask her about the accident she's talking about, or to ask how you can best enter the keep? Okay, so offer to rid her of her tormentors. Ask her about the accident she mentioned, or how you can best enter the keep. What do you ask her? Rid her of the tormentors. Okay, okay. Oops, yeah. Let's stop the music. Rid her of her tormentors. 27.
Would that you could, stranger, for my life would once again be worth living if my tormentors were dispatched to the gods. But why should you do this for me? I can make it worth your while, though I cannot tell you what I can offer, for as one must know they are in my possession. For no one must know they are in my possession.
No one must know. Okay. Why can't we know? She said she's our friend. Hey, whatever. She doesn't want to let us know what the prize is, but there is a prize.
But as far as an old impoverished woman is able, I will reward you if you will do this for me. If you wish to take up
If you wish to take up the old woman's offer, you must find the creatures she refers to as her tormentors and kill all three. When they're all dead, deduct 100 from the reference you're on when you're searching the bodies, and turn to this reference to return to the beggar woman. All three of her tormentors. Oh, so probably they'll all be in the same location, right? You go there when you search the bodies, which is probably a specific paragraph. You deduct 100 from the paragraph number. This is getting crowded. This is a crowded space here right now. You probably cannot read anything it says anymore. But we're gonna have to. I mean, when looking through the tormentors' bodies, deduct. How much was it? Deduct 100. 100 from the, not 1,000, 100 from the reference number. Cool. So these are the bunch of things we need to remember, which is a whole lot. That's a lot. Okay. And now you leave her. That's it. That's all she can help you with. Just giving you a quest. We got a quest. That's pretty cool, actually. We got a quest. All right. You have 3 ways onwards, depending on whether or not you want to avoid the creatures within the courtyard. Or we're still not past the courtyard. God damn it. It's a very big courtyard. Ahead to your left is a group of guards whose rowdy behavior leads you to suspect that they're off duty. You can head towards them. Ahead to your right is another group of creatures which look vaguely familiar. Okay, you can look at them and find out more. If you wish to avoid both of these groups, continue straight ahead. So, left to the group of guards that are off duty, right to look at the creatures that seem familiar, or straight ahead to avoid both groups. Yes. Alright, cool. Now head to your right to the familiar creatures. That is the vote. Okay, so we're gonna go to 325. Reference number. So you walk determinedly across the courtyard. You get closer to the group ahead. You recognize their shape. Sightmasters. Oh my lord, their large eyes are a sure giveaway. But what are sightmasters doing here? You remember the Sightmaster General Sergeant's good wishes as you left the outpost settlement. Those creatures with powers of ultra vision are closely allied to the Analand Crown. You're astonished to see them in a place such as this. Could they be spies sent to infiltrate Mampag, or are they traitors aligned to the powers of darkness? They seem to have recognized your origins too, and no doubt you both are thinking along the same lines. Oh, they recognize your origins. No, they haven't. No, we're going to take 40 off the paragraph. They're not going to recognize this at all. No. Oh, what? Oh, I guess we are recognized, even though we are recognized. Nope, not here. Okay. So one of them beckons you over. Oh, Shin says next one. Shin knows. Okay. So one of them beckons you over. Will you approach as he wishes, or do you ignore them and continue walking? I think we approach, right? We probably approach. Oh. Then why do you say that though? Why did you reveal that? Okay, so they beckon over you over excitedly, and you quicken your pace. There are 3 sightmasters in the group. and you feel curiously at ease with them. At home, Sightmasters are stationed along the borders of Analand, their tremendous powers of vision making them perfect garrison troops. But caution returns as you once more wonder why they are here in Mampang. One of the Sightmasters pulls you into the group. We recognized you as you came through the Throban door, he says. Don't you know that you're expected here, Analander? Boom. Okay. Now, 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 we take 40 away. Cool. Yes. Okay. So now they don't recognize you. There's three Sightmasters. Blah blah blah. He pulls you into the group. We watched you come into the courtyard, and we thought it best to warn you of the dangers in here. He says, an outsider such as yourself could be in danger here, but we'll do you no favors. We expect to be paid for our help. Our good advice will cost you 3 gold pieces. Do you accept their offer, or do you tell them that you have no need of their help? That is the option that the 2 options you have. Make your choice right now. You don't want to help. Shin doesn't want to help. Okay. Will cost you 3, blah, blah, blah. No need. Okay, cool. Go there. This arrogant frog refuses our help, hey? Then let us show the wretch that what dangers are to be faced in Mampang. You have offended the Sightmasters. They draw their swords and grab at you. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. We've offended them. Okay, they're ready for battle. Okay, so Kina, you can draw your own weapon, or you can cast a spell. Oops. But you have the... So are you telling me now that you've deliberately made a bad choice because you wanted to make it seem like you don't always know what's going on? Wait, anyway. Listen, Shin and everyone else who might be here, you have now a choice. Look at these spells. You can either use your weapon, or you can use Fog, 6, Mag, Tell, or Nip. I don't remember what half of these do. I mean, Mag is a magic shield, like, it shields you from magic. I don't know if that matters. Tell is telepathy, or is it? Nip, I don't remember what Nip does, if it's even real. 6 makes 6 copies of you, right? It makes 6 copies, and then it makes it hard for them to attack, to hit you. And Fog creates a lot of fog. These are the options for the spells, and then you can use your own weapon. What is your choice? Maybe 6? It does sound like the most relevant for the fight, right? The most relevant option. We have the spear. We do have the spear. We do have the spear. Why? You have. Oh no! It hasn't been blessed. I think we missed where we could have. It could have been blessed. Where even could it have been blessed? Yeah, I guess we're in the fortress. It's too late. Where could it have been blessed? I don't remember if there was ever a point where we thought we were in a spot where we could summon the holy man. I mean, was it even? Well, that's a bummer. So we don't have the spear, which is the blessed holy man. We don't have that. Yeah, I missed even the option. I didn't even read it out, but I guess that's not really an option for us. Yeah. Well, I agree. I agree, Shin. I agree. This is super sad. This is a very sad, very sad eventuality. We don't have the spear. Yeah, let's keep going. What do we do? We just fight them. We don't fight them with the weapon, right? Let's use 6. Let's try 6. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna leave the book up so you can see if this choice is a good one or a bad one, because I have a bad feeling about this. Deduct 2 stamina points. You cast your spell, and images of yourself surround you. As one, you step into battle with the creatures, hoping that they will be fooled into attacking the illusions. But no! Oh no, there's Sightmasters. Oh shit. No, they don't care about illusions. No, I want to choose a different spell. Fuck that. Fuck that. Maybe Tell? Tell 588. I'm gonna choose the best spell. I'm just gonna go spell by spell until we see the best one. A cloth skull cap. We don't have a cloth skull cap, so nope, nope, no tell. Do we have a cloth skull cap? Pretty sure we don't. Pretty sure we don't. Skull cap. There was something about a skull cap at some point, but I think we didn't take it, or we didn't, or we lost it, or something. I don't know. No, 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 no skull cap. All right. No skull cap. So no, no tell. Nip. What is nip even? What is that even? Let's try. You have any yellow powder with you? We do, yeah. We're blah blah blah. Your yellow powder. You sniff a little before you cast a spell. Is that to move at incredible speed? Oh, cool, cool. Oh, nice. Okay, so it costs 1 stamina point. It costs blah blah. You sniff a little before you cast a spell. It says a little, which means I interpret that as we keep the yellow powder. We sniff a little yellow powder. We lose 1 stamina point, but then we add 3 to our attack strength. So now we go down to 4 stamina. Oh god, no, double click the wrong thing. 4 stamina, but now we have 3 more attack power whenever we attack. That's very good. Then we go to fight. We can use it to escape, but I want to fight because I think these are the tormentors. I think these are the tormentors she talked about because she said they're skinny and they oh, I don't know if that's they said they're skinny and with big eyes, and they have big eyes. All right, yeah, they are the tormentors. Yeah, exactly. She's blind. They probably. Okay, so they surround you and they attack together. Each attack round, you must choose which of the 3 you will fight and conduct your battle against this one. But the other ones can wound us. We can only avoid the blows of the other ones who can only wound us. So the first Sightmaster, so they have very little stamina, 4, 4, and 5 stamina, but they have 7, 6, and 6 skill. So the skill is a little higher, but still no match to our 9, which is adjusted to a 12 for this fight, right? So let's fight the first Fight Master with the highest skill. We want to kill that one as quickly as possible to reduce the chance of a fluke roll where they get to hit us. So let's roll for the 3 Sight Masters. The first one has skill 7. He rolls a 4, which is a total of 11. Second one rolls a 6, plus his skill of 6 is 12. And the third one rolls a 5 for an 11. We start from a 12 skill, so there's no chance for losing. We rolled a 12, which is a total of 24 attack strength. So, yeah, of course, we wound the first Sight Master, who goes down to a 4 stamina from 2 stamina, sorry, from his initial 4, he goes down to 2. And now they attack again. Roll an 8, an 8, and a 9. So they have an attack strength of 15, 14, and 15. We now roll a 2-sided dice. We roll a 6, which is a total of 18. So we wounded the first Sight Master again. Oh, right. They have an abundance of what she lacks, right? They have a lot of sight. A lot of sight they have. Okay, cool. So, we need to start fighting the second Sight Master. Now, only 2 attack us, and they have 6 skill. Both of them have 6 skill. They roll a 3 and a 10. So the second one got what is 16. The second one got a 16. So we roll a 7 for a total of 19. So we still wound the second Sight Master, goes down to a stamina of 2 from 4. Now they attack again with a 7 and a 6. So they have a total of 13 and 12. Again, no chance we miss at all. Like mathematically impossible. We dispatched with a roll of 6, we have a total of 18 attack strength. So we dispatched the second guard, the second Sight Master. Now we fight the third Sight Master, who rolls a 6. We roll a 7. We hit it once. He rolls a 7. We roll an 8. We hit it twice. This one started from 5 stamina, so we need a third blow to finish it off. And now it rolls a 4. We roll an 8. We defeated the third Sight Master, and they're all gone. We have defeated them. Let's go to the paragraph where we loot the bodies. Yes. Your first concern is that the battle may have attracted the attention of the other creatures in the courtyard. I have been wondering about that. I have been wondering about what the other creatures do when a goddamn fight breaks, but apparently nothing happens. Nobody comes. You look around, some interest has been aroused by skirmishes such as this are commonplace in Nampang. Oh, people just fight to the death all the time here, apparently. Cool. So it's no problem. Just people fight all the time. The inhabitants of the courtyard resume their activities. You search through the pockets of the site masters and find the ill-gotten gains. Okay, so first of all, let's take their stuff. So first of all, we get 20 gold pieces, which is a total of now 48. That's very nice, a very nice sum. One of them carries a backpack, and in it you find two pouches, one containing sand and the other containing a vial of glue and provisions for 3 meals. God damn. Now we have 4 meals, and we have another vial of glue. Glue, let's just write down glue. Oh, oops. Instead of jar of glue, let's just write down glue. It doesn't matter what the container is. So we have 2 times glue now. Not 1 time, 2 times glue now. And it has also sand. We also have some sand. So now write down that we have 2 times sand. 2 uses, 2 charges of sand. Cool. A glint of green on one of their fingers reveals a ring of green metal. Most of these possessions have no doubt come from hoodwinked travelers. A ring of green metal? This can be used for a spell. Although I don't think so. No, it's a jade ring, and this is a green metallic ring. Huh. Cool. Alright, alright. Yeah, so now we can deduct 100 from this paragraph. We can deduct 100 and see. Yeah, you remember your promise to Javine, and you look around for the beggar woman. She has moved across the courtyard towards the large double gate at the far side. Verbing nouns. Hey, nice to see you. The sand, cursed sand? No, it's a spell component. We can cast spells with sand. I don't remember which spell right now. I don't remember which one, but there's spells that have lots of different components. So we found some sand, and we have some sand now. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to read out what happens with Javine, but I'm sorry, verbing nouns, you came right as I was about to go on a 5-minute break. Sorry, I gotta go. And we'll be mud. Yeah, the mud spell uses sand, and probably it makes mud, which makes sense. So, yeah, be right back, verbing nouns, be right back, Shin. If anyone joins and asks, hey, what's going on? I thought it's going to be a game, tell them we're going to be back in just a few minutes. See you soon. Okay, I guess we're back. Glue, yeah. Okay, so a lot of discussion about the different spell components. Ring is used for any. So okay, so let's I mean, a jade ring is as a component for one of the spells. Oh yeah, I'm sure people are gonna come back in exactly 5 minutes from when I went on the break and be all like, "Oh, this is cheating." Punctuality is so important here in this channel. Um, I think that the jade ring is actually a spell component and not the green metal ring, not the green metallic ring. Do you hear me better now? I think I fixed. Something was wrong in the mic setup, and it just fixed it now, like literally right now. Also, Cat is making a mess. Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. All right. So, good that you. Oh, nice. I forgot to change the setup because I often use a headset when I'm not streaming, and I've been using it, and now I only like switch something back to the microphone that I use when I stream, and I forgot to do that right now. So yeah, I think we're just gonna keep going, and I'm gonna assume that we don't have a jade ring. Oh, choose your adventure ASMR. That's cool. You need to stay awake to make the choices, but fall asleep for my soothing voice. That sounds like a perfect plan, right? That's a challenge. To turn to to search through the bodies, turn to paragraph 12. To turn left, go to paragraph 40. That's from now on, that's what we're gonna be doing. That's gonna be the stream. The very first choose your own adventure ASMR. Okay. Alright. So you look around because you've just completed the quest. And Javine, the blind beggar that you promised to help and kill her tormentors, is there. She's moved across the courtyard towards the large double gate at the far side. You gather up some evidence from the bodies to substantiate your claim. Wow. What a suspicious woman she must be. You really want to make it clear, like you want to prove it to her that you did the quest. You run over to her. She's overjoyed. She actually like tears, small tears come out from her closed eyelids and roll down her cheeks. You do not know what it will mean to me to have been freed from these tormentors, she sobs. You have made an old woman very happy, and for this you must be rewarded. Take this pendant. Although it has done little for me, it is blessed with luck. When you first put the pendant on, you can increase your initial luck by 1 and restore your luck to this new level. My lord, my absolute goddamn fuck. This is now up to 15 initial luck and 15 current luck. I'll remind you that the luck tests only go up to 12. We have also a talisman of luck on top of that, which means that we have 15 luck. It's as if we have 16 luck. And that means we can go through 5 luck tests. No, 6 luck tests. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. And 11 is also an auto success. So the first 5 times we are asked to make a luck test, to test our luck, is going to be an auto success. Only after 5 times on the 6th attempt, there's going to be any chance of us failing a test of luck, which is crazy. All right, a pendant of luck. I guess I will call it a pendant of luck. Sure. Yeah. She continues. I will also offer advice. Ahead of you is one of the Throban doors. Do not attempt to open it without discovering the password. Would that I knew it and could tell you, but alas, I do not. The password is known by Valenia. Ooh, we know that name. But to reach him, you must first pass by the Mucolytics. Take care with them. She also mucolytics sounds like a medicine.
Take care with them. She also gives you a small pouch. Looking inside, you find a small stoppered flask made of shiny metal. This flask contains a few drops of holy water from the Tinpang River. Its healing properties are well known. I have no use for it. It can do nothing for my curse, but you may find it useful. It is. It's for your throat, mucolytics. Perfect. You may find it useful. You say thanks to Javine and continue toward the door. So now we have a healing flask of shiny metal. Let's go to here. Shiny metal flask with healing holy water. That's a lot of text. So healing holy water, it's very important because we have the dock spell. The dock spell requires a healing potion of any kind, and it heals you usually up to your initial or like a lot of stamina. So next time we have the dock spell as an option in a fight or in a scene or whatever, we might want to cast it because we're down to 4 stamina. We might want to be able to do that. We might want to do that as soon as we're able. Or might not, I don't know. We'll see what kind of situation we get into in the future. Alright, let's keep going. You're approaching the far side of the courtyard. It's been a harrowing walk through this courtyard. 2 large wooden doors loom upwards, and to progress into the keep, you will have to pass through them. A few yards in front of the doors is a peculiar shaped metal post, as tall as 2 men. And it's been driven into the ground of earth, into a mound of earth. To the left is nothing. To the right, a smaller wooden door is set into the wall. So, do you go right up to the double doors and see whether you can get through? Do you want to investigate the metal pole, or do you walk over to the door in the corner of the wall? These are your 3 options. Make your choice right now. Shin chooses to go to the door in the corner of the wall. Verbing nouns, or anyone else, make your choice. You're with Shin. Cool. Also very polite, like Kraylog was before. Not creating a tie. That's very polite with you, of you. So let's go to the door in the corner of the wall. 519. Go there. That's probably the way to what's his face? Valenia. That's probably the way to Valenia, which we should offer no gold to. That's a hint. We got that hint. Okay. You follow the wall along to the corner of the courtyard. A small wooden door is set in the wall, and you open it carefully. Suddenly, the door swings wide open because there's someone on the other side. It's a short, stocky creature. And it looks at you, and he says, "What's your business here?" "Well, what do you want? Come to torment the mucolytics, I expect? Come on, then." Lots of torment going on in this book. Lots of torment. That's most of their communication in this fortress is through torment, I think. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, then. Where's your courage? I won't bite. Through there on the left. Hurry up. You tell him you have no intention of tormenting the mucolytics. They sound delightful. He raises an eyebrow. It's a short, stocky creature. There's no other description. I don't know if it's purple. It's, I don't know, flat, chubby, hairy. I don't know if it has 3 heads. No description. No description at all. No idea what this creature looks like. I just know that it speaks like this. So he says, "No, you want to torment us? So what in Throff's name do you want here? You can't be wanting to meet the spiny ones. What do you want?" The spiny ones. It's so many hints. Inside is a small room with 2 doorways. Will you tell him you want to pass through to the door on the left, or will you demand that he stand aside and let you pass through the door on the right? So apparently he's blocking the door to the right. Right? You can either go through the door on the left, or tell him to demand that he stand aside and go through the door on the right. What do you choose? Make your choice right now. Pass to the left. Verbing nouns is more interested to hear more about the spiny ones. When we seduce him, there's not much option of interaction here. Not a lot of interaction possible. I mean, you can demand that he stand aside. bard. I mean, we did decide that Mrs. Daisy McGillicuddy is a bard. We do know that Mrs. Daisy McGillicuddy is a bard. She's a frog princess warrior bard. And Sally, who is usually here on Saturday nights, don't know where Sally is today, but Sally usually actually writes poems that Mrs. Daisy McGillicuddy recites and writes about her adventures. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so there's only one vote up till now, although I would say maybe demanding can be rewritten as maybe seducing him and then convincing him, like being like all smooth and I don't know, just like convincing him to go to the step to the right. But I don't know. Let's just go to the left, which is the one vote that we actually had from Shin, who usually makes the right choices. Off you go then. He steps aside, allows you into the room. Oh, wait, allows you into the room? That's not. What? Door to the left. Yeah, that's a door to the left. It says off you go. He says stepping aside to allow you into the room, but that's not the one to the right. That's the one to the left. All right. You walk over to the left and open the door. There is a short passageway which ends at another door, and you open this one next. The room inside is a disgusting scene. Broken wood, weapons, bones, and glass are scattered around the floor, and thick slime lies everywhere. Slumped in one corner is a bulky creature with blubbery skin. Its head is hideous, with a short trunk-like snout in the middle of its face. My lord. This is a description. This is a creature we know what it looks like because there's an illustration, a picture right here. Look at that disgusting display. My lord. So it's startled by your arrival and climbs slowly to its feet. 2 doors lead from the room. 2 doors lead from the room, from the slime. You can see the doors through the slime, apparently. One directly opposite and the other in the wall to your left. The creature is now standing on its feet. It's the size of a bear. It's holding one hand up to its ear, as if it's trying to hear what you're saying. Obviously, lots of slime in the ear, right? But so far, you've said nothing. Are you going to ignore it and rush towards one of the other doors? So just ignore and try to rush around it through the slime. Or do you pause and talk to it? 2 choices. Rush towards one of the doors or pause and talk to it. Talk, verbing noun says. I say ignore and rush. Okay, so that's a tie. That's a tie. If it's still a tie when the music is done, I'm the tiebreaker. Okay. Maybe we can seduce it. Sure. I'm gonna vote talk, because usually this group, in these streams, in this show, we usually choose to talk and interact with anyone we meet. We've already gotten plagues for it and robbers and like very bad things, but we've also got some good things, some really good things. Recently, we met the Harpies in the tribe, the Harpies in the mountains. It was very useful. They gave us lots of treasure and lots of advice, and this spear, which we can't use because it's useless because we didn't bless it. But whatever, we can just try to talk. Let's talk to the creature. Okay, you hold up your hand, you offer a word of greeting. The creature strains hard, pushing its ear with its hand. It seems not to be able to hear you, and it tries to like scoop out some slime from its ear, right? Because it's like lots of slime going all the way in. And then you shout your greeting instead, and it stops. And then there's like an expression that says it's heard you. This creature must either be very deaf or very stupid, for your greeting was almost a bellow. And then there's a sound from its throat, and you cock your head to one side. It sounds like a sentence, and yeah, I mean, you realize it's probably a creature that's capable of speaking, but it's locked inside a grotesque body. And then there's again the faint sound coming from its mouth. It's trying to form a sentence, but it kind of probably doesn't have the voice box or whatever, mouth or tongue to make the sounds. Yeah, seducing the creature now seems like a less appealing option, I must say. But your options are: do you allow it to come closer and give you its message, or do you want to keep your distance and cross the room? Okay, do you want to just keep the creature away, tell it to keep its distance, cross the room, or do you want to let it get closer to you, which might be dangerous or useful or hot? Go. Curious. Verbing noun is curious. Oh, verbing nouns. Is there nothing you won't try to seduce? Okay. Yeah, we will. I'm gonna be. Yeah. So I mean, verbing nouns is for. Shin is against. I'm gonna go with Shin on this one. This time I'm gonna go with Shin. I'm gonna keep our distance because it seems like it's like a trap. It seems like it's pretty bad. So you step forward. The creature lumbers towards you. It's not impressed with your manners, and it swipes at you with a large blubbery arm. Oh my lord. Okay, so now you can draw your sword and attack or cast a spell. It's a good thing we didn't let the creature get closer, because it would have attacked us for sure. So now these are the spells you have at your disposal. Either draw your sword and attack, or cast a spell. Kin, Dim, Dawes, Wrap, or Niff. These are the spells. Nose plugs? Do we have nose plugs? We do have nose plugs. Yeah, we have nose plugs. We do have nose plugs. That's true. Great. Which spell do you want us to cast? Niff. What does Niff do? Gas attack. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Let's attack it with gas. Let's attack the creature with gas. Okay, so 665. Let's do it. Let's use the nose plugs and go to 665. Deduct 1 stamina point. We have only 4. We're going to go down to 3 stamina now. A horrendous stink fills the room. Do you have any nose plugs with you? Blah, blah, blah. You can put them on quickly or you will be affected. So yeah, we put them on quickly. But whatever you think of the smell, the creature's reaction is worse. It's unable to avoid the stench. It falls to the ground in the corner of the room. And it seems to be having a fit of some sort. A fit. Oh my lord. We do have Fireball, but we're given a specific choice in every fight of only 5 or 6 spells, verbing nouns. So in every fight, we have to choose one of the lists that we're given. So Fireball is hot. Hot is the Fireball spell, and Zap is a lightning bolt. Both are very expensive. They're very powerful, but they both cost 4 stamina each. We're now down to 3, so we're not going to be even able to cast Hot or Zap or the other like very powerful, useful spells. We have to find like more specific ones, like this one that only costs 1 stamina. Let's go down here and go down to 3 stamina. The creature is dispatched as having a fit like a southern belle, indeed. Its convulsions finally stop and it settles back motionless. It is dead. Unlike a southern belle, it is actually dead. It's not dramatics. It actually is happening. Whew, all right. So you look through the debris littering the floor of the room before you continue, because now the monster is dead. You can just look through. There's a rusty sword. A rusty sword lies in the corner. You have no weapon. You may take this with you. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we have a weapon. We don't have to take this. Blah, 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 blah. It says if you have a weapon, you may only take this sword if you will leave behind one of your other possessions. But we have a large backpack. A large backpack means we can take anything we want without leaving anything behind. So, rusty sword, which is useless to us. Maybe we'll just want to trade it away or do whatever with the rusty sword in the future. It's useless as a weapon because it's worse than any of our 2 weapons that we already have. But we can just take it for free. Okay, so there's a small string of bones fashioned into a bracelet hidden behind a wooden plank. You can also take with you 2 goblin teeth and 5 gold pieces, which you find on the floor. Okay, so a bracelet of bones, a bone bracelet, and a bone bracelet, and 2 goblin teeth, which are a spell component. Goblin teeth are a spell component because you can summon goblins with it. Cool. Oh, and 5 gold pieces. Let's write down the 5 gold pieces as well. Now up to 53. It's not the most we've had. It's not the most we've had. In Kari, we were filthy rich for a little while. Okay, which way do you continue? Do you want to head through the door opposite the one you entered through, or to try the door in the other wall to your left? No information there, nothing to go by, so just make the choice. Either you go ahead or you try the door to your left. Oops. Yeah, we've waded through slime. We've just looked through slime and found like little gold pieces. So we're probably covered in slime. In fact, while you vote, I will draw it. The slime. Now covered in filthy, filthy slime. Right or left? No info. Straight ahead or left? It's straight ahead or to the left. Again, I don't know what that means. I have no reason to... Ahead then, Shin says. Alright, let's go with Shin, who's the only vote up till now, so we're just gonna go right ahead. The door opposite the one you entered through. Okay, yeah, you step into the passageway behind the door. You wonder whether the commotion will have alerted the stocky little creature who let you in. But then you remember the word about tormenting the Mucolytics. Perhaps this sort of thing is quite commonplace. Yes, people kill each other and torment each other very often in this fortress. The Archmage who rules this place probably shouldn't have the crown of kings, you surmise. You can see 2 options. To your left is an empty room with no door. Empty, that is, except for a table and a chair. Okay, you can just rest there and eat some provisions. But the raised portcullis above the doorway is a little suspicious. A little worrying. Oh, Lord. And ahead is another door above which is a sign, enter only those who will pay the price. Okay. So either you go into the empty room with the portcullis to rest and eat, or do you go ahead to enter only for those who will pay the price. Shin already voted. Let's give verbing nouns a few more seconds. The empty room seems like a trap. It does seem like that. Actually, the book says it seems like a trap, but the book is a cheater. And Shin says go into the room. So what do you vote? Verbing nouns. We have 3 stamina out of 18. I would call that a need to rejuvenate. I would call that a great big need to rejuvenate. Okay. Empty room to rest. Okay. You go in, you set a table, and you rest. Do you have any provisions with you? You can eat a meal. If you do, you can add 2 stamina points if this is your first meal of the day. And it is our first meal of the day. So we add... What did I just do? We add 2 stamina. Oh. To 5. To 5. This now. What is... No, this. Little dot. Okay, never mind. Up to 5 stamina. So this is very nice. Let's read some more. Yeah. Have you visited anyone called Shadrach in your travels? If so, turn to 77 and to 306. We have visited Shadrach. I don't remember who they are, but we have. We have visited Shadrach. Let's go. Let's go to see what's going on with Shadrach. Voice is familiar. ghostly image, Shadrach. Oh, yeah. Oh, Shadrach the Hermit. Yes, it's Shadrach the Hermit who spoke to you from the tree. So you're standing to leave the table. Suddenly a voice speaks your name. Mrs. Daisy McGilligully. That's what the voice says. That's your full name. Do not be hasty to leave, my friend. Allow me to speak to you. The voice is familiar. You look all around you, you see no one, but gradually an image forms in mid-air. And it's familiar. But only after a few seconds you recognize it, just like we took a few seconds to recognize the name. Shadrach. You're astounded, but he says, "Have you ever forgotten my powers? I may be where I wish, when I wish, but this distance is greater than I have traveled before, and it is very tiring for me. My stay may be brief." Yeah, he was lagged. It was a little lagged. That's true. You have survived many dangers and have proved yourself a worthy champion of your kingdom. I, for one, wish your mission to be successful, but there are further dangers you must face. The Throban doors must be opened, and their secrets are held by the most cunning of the Archmage's followers. Valinia the Miser, Nagamante the Torture Master, and one other. Okay. So there are only 3 Throban doors? But I am unable to discover who is the last. Your allies are few, but seek out the Samaritans of Shin. The Samaritans of Shin. These are the birdmen who fight the guards of the fortress. They're going to be on our side. The Samaritans of Shin. For like you, they seek an end to the Archmage's ambitions of power. Cool. Nice. You say thank you very much to Shadrach. You thank him for his warning and advice. And you ask him why he's traveled so far to give you this message. 2 nights ago, the Archmage's guards arrived at my cave. Their ways with the power of pain are persuasive. I am an old man and I could not resist their tortures. I was forced to tell what I know of your journey. For providing the information, they rewarded me well. I have been staked on a cross outside my own cave ever since. Jesus. My Lord. My body gave up its life this morning. How else could I revenge myself on these torturers of old men? My spirit can travel much faster than their horses. I have arrived before them to aid you however I can. Shadrach's image begins to fade. His powers are weakening. As he disappears, you vow your revenge on the murderers of the hermits. You stand up to leave. Will you storm back out of this place into the courtyard, or will you turn left and head to the room with the message over the door? My lord. This is awful. He actually died because of us. We need to revenge Shadrach. And because we're cheating our way through this book, we're gonna win. This one way or another, we're gonna avenge him, right? Okay. Do you go back out to the courtyard or do you keep going to the room with the message? Okay, I didn't even play the music and you already made your vote. Go into the room with the message, which makes sense, of course. Probably Valenia is going to be there, right? Valenia the Miser. So you notice Valenia is called the Miser, right? It's kind of like it's a hint that you should give him money. But we were given a hint. Do not offer Valenia any gold. So we're not going to give Valenia any gold. You step up to the door. Your hand reaches for the handle. But before you can touch it, there's a gruff voice calls out from inside. Inside! But do not waste my time unless you carry gold. You step inside. The room is elegantly laid out with ornaments and drapes. Sitting behind a fine table is a large brown-skinned man wearing a turban perched on top of large bulbous ears. Let's see. This large man with brown skin wearing a large turban. And he actually does have large bulbous ears. That's amazing. I feel personally attacked. He's very fat. Oh ho, he laughs. And what have we here? Not much finery. Certainly not a merchant. Perhaps a fortune hunter. You hide wealth under these tarry rags? You're covered in slime and your cloak is muddy, so you're wearing rags for sure. The price to enter this room is 1 gold piece, and we like our payment in advance. Do we not, Hashi? He looks down and strokes a large black jaguar, which is sitting under the table. Oh shit! I didn't look at the jaguar. My lord, it's an actual huge black cat with pointy teeth. That's terrible. Okay. So, will you throw him 1 gold piece as he wishes in exchange for information? Will you ask him his name and what he's doing here? Or will you tell him that he looks as though he could do with a hired sword to protect his possessions? Wow, okay, cool. So the first option, to throw gold, we're going to avoid this option because we were told not to give gold to Valenia. Or do we ask his name and say what he's doing here? Or do we offer to be his hired sword? Yes, it does not look like a jaguar. It looks like a large house cat with oversized teeth. Or with normal sized teeth. This looks like a big shaggy cat. Offer to be a higher sword or ask for his name. Okay, that's a tie. It's a 2-way tie. Really? Okay, now the music is a bit lower, a bit softer. Can you hear me over the music now? Is it better? Tell me if it's better or not. Thank you. Okay, cool. So I assume it's better now. Nice. Nice. I did not know. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so there was a tie, and I'm gonna make the choice then, and I'm gonna make the choice of asking him his name and what he's doing here. That's what I'm gonna choose. I go with Shin this time. My name is Valenia, first assistant to the Lord Treasurer of Mampang. Oh, he's not even the Lord Treasurer, he's the first assistant. I collect taxes and I collect gold. May I now have my gold piece? He's becoming impatient. The jaguar growls under his table. Will you give him his gold piece he's asking for or continue to refuse? Of course we refuse because we were told to not give him gold. We're just gonna go. I'm not gonna even do a vote. Blah blah. Oh wait, what? What is this? Did I go to the right place? Can you refuse 1, 3, 2? Yes. Okay, now this paragraph says you may have. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's two different audio sources, so I have to balance them, and sometimes, there is a volume bar in both the Winamp and the mixer and OBS. All right. You may have a bargain in mind. May I? I guess I may have a bargain in mind. If he helps you into the inner keep, you would be willing to give him his gold piece. If you wish to do this, you will find that he's a bargaining man, and you will have to strike a deal. You may offer him 1, 2, or 3 gold pieces. Okay, so you choose. Now you're going to choose if to offer him 1, 2, or 3 gold pieces. You choose your final offer, and you roll 1 die. And the more you roll, the better chance you have to have him accept your offer. Okay, so we can offer 1, 2, or 3. We have a lot of gold. Do we just offer 3 to have the biggest chance? If you offer 3, you have a 5 in 6 chance of refuse. Yeah, we can refuse. Yeah, you can just not wish to offer him gold anyway. Oh, we still have the option of not offering any gold at all. Sorry, I kind of missed that because it's the second option says if he does not accept, or if you have no gold to offer, or if you do not wish to offer him any gold anyway. That kind of seems like a basket of just if you fail, right? It sounds like failure. But it says if you do not wish to offer him any gold anyway. So I don't know. Do not offer, they told us not to. Yeah, they told us not to. Okay, fuck it. Let's not offer any gold. Let's not offer any gold. Let's see. I see we have a visitor who does not like to part with gold. Or perhaps our friend has something else to offer. Will you offer him something else from your backpack? Or draw your weapon and leap across the table at the fat man and his jaguar, or cast a spell. Okay, so now, okay, better. That's much better. Okay, so these are the options. These are the options you have. Either fight with a sword, or exactly, or offer something else, or cast a spell. Make your choice right now. Seduce. Seduce with a sword. I interpret seduce as giving him something from your backpack, if you know what I mean. This is how I interpret seduce here. Seduce with a sword. How do you want to... How do you want us to use the sword? The sword wand pogo stick combo, I'll remind you, by the way, as a seductive weapon, as a tool of seduction. Okay. Sure. Let's seduce him with the weapon. You draw your weapon. You leap across the table. You grab the front of his robe or whatever it was he was wearing, and you put the sword up and you say, "How you doing, precious?" And then well, let's see what happens. Let's go to where this our choice. You leap across the table. You grab the man by the throat. Oh, by the throat. His pet snarls at you, but you threaten Valenia. You promise Valenia immense pleasures if he does not call off the jaguar. Gladly, he does so. You graciously ask to know how you may get through into the inner keep. Oh, Valenia, that's amazing. Okay, let's turn off the book. Let's see. All right, he agrees. I'll tell you the password you will need to pass through the Throben doors, love. You stop him and demand that you must have you stop him with a finger on his lips, and you say, "Shh, hush, hush. How do I know that you're telling me the truth?" There's a quick flash of disappointment on his face because you've become very intimate in the past 7 seconds, so it's a little bit disappointing, and you smile. You've guessed right. He would have tried to trick you. Oh, silly Valenia. You're a shrewd one, and no doubt, he says. But I will do as you say, because you have made your way into my heart. He opens a drawer in the table and he pulls out a book. And there's diagrams of the courtyard and sketches of all the lands of High Zaman in the pages of the book. It's like sketched like in handwriting. It's the drawing of the courtyard that take your attention. He points to a representation of the double doors. Written in ink next to the doors is a meaningless word. Ala Rala Tanalara. Ala Rala Tanalara. And that, he says, is the password. Whisper it to the lock on the gates as you whisper to a lover. And the handle will turn. Now be gone and leave me in peace. You leave the miser's room. You hear him softly weep for the lost love that he feels he has missed. The connection. Yeah, that's a magic spell. You whisper it as a lover does to their lover. But after such an encounter, you're not feeling at your most honest. You cannot resist pocketing a small pouch lying on his desk. What? I love that. You cannot resist pocketing a small pouch. It's like in Kare. Remember in Kare, the city port of traps, your options were, do you want to cheat the person, steal the person, beat the person, intimidate the person? These are all your choices when you met people in Kare, city port of traps. You were just a shit person. Once you went through the gates, you became this awful, horrible frog princess. And now, you just can't resist. You just take. Outside of the room, you open the pouch. Your guess was right. Inside are 10 gold pieces. 10 more gold pieces, up to 63. This may be the most gold we've ever had. This may be the maximum. Like the peak. The peak! A memento. Yeah, it's true. You didn't snatch. No. You're feeling overcome with grief of loss of this instant connection, which you will now never meet again. And you snatch a memento of your love encounter. The memento is a pouch full of 10 gold pieces. This is the memento of your love. You're then gonna spend in shops on your way. This is what happened. Okay. Add 2 luck points, which we can add because we're in the maximum already. So we're still at 15 out of 15. For the snatch. You know what I mean. And turn to 1 for 1. You pass along the hallway and through the Mukalytic's room. At the end of the next passageway, oh, the Mukalytic is the monster. The creature is the Mukalytic, not the stout fellow with no description. It's the one with the trunk is the Mukalytic. Yeah, of course. It was full of mucus. It needed a Mukalytic. It needed a pill, a throat pill, to get better. It was the Mukalytic. It's the perfect name for the creature. I didn't even realize. All right, you pass through the Mukalytic's room. At the end of the next passageway, you can hear voices in the room beyond. You open the door. There you are, I told you, the Analander. And when you capture the dog, remember to tell your master it was I. Okay, so he recognized you as the Analander. We now need to turn back. Shin recognized it as well. Yes, you caught it. We need to turn back 40 references down to 101. You pass along the hallway and through the Mukalytic's room. At the end of the next passageway, you open the door to the entrance chamber. The short, stocky creature that let you in is no longer there, because he didn't goddamn recognize you. You open the door to the courtyard and you step outside. The way is clear to the large double doors, and you follow the wall towards them. Turn to 392. I'll remind you, we decided all these shows are going to be 2 hours long, and this is already drawing up to 2 hours. In about 20 minutes, we're going to be done, so that's how much we have left. I have 20 minutes longer to go. Let's go to 392. Let's just pass through the door. You step up to the large double doors. Will you try to open them with a key or a password? We have a password. Let's open them with a password. I'm not going to bother with a vote. And then, do you know a password which will open the doors? Is it any of the following? Oh, look at that. That's pretty clever. That's pretty clever. Ala Rala Tana Lara, Ala Rala Mala Tana, or Ala Rala Ramalana. Ding dong. Or none of these. So it's the first one, right? I'm pretty sure I remember it's the first one. Am I mistaken? Alarala Tanalara. I think it's that. Because both of the other ones have M in them. Yes, exactly. It's the one with the N and no M's, right? So that's it. Yeah, let's go to 32. You speak your password with bated breath. You wait for something to happen. There's a tiny click. You get hopeful. You gather your courage and reach for the large handle and turn it. The door opens. So probably all the doors are trapped, right? We're warned about the Throban doors. Probably they're all going to be like horrible traps when we, if we get the password or the whatever wrong. Okay, you've managed to pass through 2 Throban doors. Oh, cool! Now it tells us for sure we've passed through 2 Throban doors. I guess the one with the lock and the key, the brass lock, was the first one. This one is the second Throban door. There's 2 more. One is by the Torment, the Master. Torment, like the Surgeon General, I guess, like verbing nouns said, right? It's a title. It's a formal title of this fortress. And the last one, Shadrach didn't know who that one is. Okay, let's keep going. Hey, you open the door slowly. As soon as it's open wide enough, you just slip inside. And you're frogs, you're pretty slippery. You can just slip through a tiny crack. Inside, behind the door, there's a short path leading up to the inner keep. It branches in 2 directions. To the left, it leads to a solid wooden door, which looks as if it must be the main entrance to the keep. But this door is guarded by birdmen. It's guarded by birdmen. 2 birdmen by the door are talking to each other and laughing. They have not noticed you. So I'll fill in one more detail. Birdmen are the ones they talked about from Shin, the Samaritans from Shin are birdmen. But the ones who originally stole the crown of kings from Analand, who started this whole quest for you, are also birdmen. So there are bad birdmen as well. Just so you know, not all birdmen are good. So some of them are servants of the Archmage, and probably these are, I guess, I think. Yeah, they both look like Michael Keaton in badly made bird masks. That's what they are. They've not noticed you. Now there's a head appears at the door and beckons them inside. Huh. This could be your opportunity to nip inside if you're quick, but then anywhere you find birdmen cannot be safe. To the right, the path leads to a smaller door. Steam is spouting from a window by this door, and noises, clanking and voices are coming from inside. There's steam and clanking and noises, probably a kitchen, I assume. Perhaps this is a tradesman's entrance. Which way will you choose? Will you take the path to the left and risk the birdmen, or will you investigate the other door in spite of the noises? Cast your votes now. Left. Shin says left. The verbing nouns, your vote, please. Seduce the birdmen. Okay. So this is the vote. And yeah, I am the tiebreaker once more. I do not want to seduce birdmen. I'm sorry. I like seduction as much as the next fella, but I think I want to. Oh no, it's not a tie. Sorry, left is the birdman as well. Yeah, okay, cool. Both of you chose the same thing. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's go to the birdman, to the main door to the keep, which probably going to be the main door to the keep. You creep up the door. You listen for any sound which indicate the return of the birdman. You can hear voices, birdmen voices, coming from somewhere inside, but the door seems safe enough. You open it and you step through. Inside, there is a wide hallway which stretches into the keep. Doors, some of them open, line both walls. There's also a weapon stand by the side of the door where swords have been left. If you do not have a sword, you may take one from here. We have a sword, and we have so much junk, so many useless weapons. I'm just not going to bother taking a sword. Your ears prick up at the sound of voices coming from further down the hallway. Someone is coming. You decide to hide quickly behind one of the doors leading from the hallway. Will you choose the nearest door on the left or the nearest on the right? Do we go left or right to hide from the voice coming closer? Shin votes nearest door on the left. I'm with Shin. All right, so I'm with Shin as well. Let's go to the nearest door on the left. You step into the room just in time as three birdmen round a corner and head towards you. And they miss you. You just miss you. You breathe a sigh of relief and you turn around to lean back on the door. But as you do so, your heart stops. Out of necessity, you did not check the room before you entered. Now you can see where you are. There's an old Backlands expression which is appropriate here. Hiding from snattercats in a strangle bush. Rising to their feet and glaring at you over pointed beaks are three more birdmen. What will your reaction be? Will you try to talk to them? Will you think desperately of a good excuse and leave as soon as possible? Or will you just race out into the passage? Talk, think of an excuse, or just race out. Seduce, talk, Shin says. Talk, seduce! Yes, we know what this group likes. Alright, let's talk / seduce. Oh, you think quickly. Will you tell them? Okay, so we have still a choice what we tell them, what the content of the seduction is. Will you tell them you've come to see whether they would like any food while they wait? Is this the talk to them? Think of an yeah, okay, that's the talking option. Okay, so do you want to tell them that you've come to see whether they like any food while they wait? Or will you make out that you will have traveled a great distance and ask them for news of the fortress? Or will you try to be polite and ask them how they and their families are? Okay, ask about their families. Make out, it says make out, this one, and ask them for news, or offer them food, which also is a great option for seduction. Yes! I've got verbing nouns. Dinner first. Oh, food? You choose the food? Okay, so we have now offer them food, have food for them. We have 4 provisions. I don't know how much food they'll eat. Everything? What do you mean everything? All we have? Everything we have? There's 3. Oh, we need to offer them 3 provisions? Fuck that. No, I don't wanna. I don't offer them 3 meals. Huh. I kind of like the dinner option. It's really good to start a seduction by offering them, like, feeding someone, right? Offer 1, they'll share. I wonder whether we can offer 1. Can we offer 1? I don't know if that's possible. I guess I need to choose between offering them food, which is verbing nouns vote, or ask them about their families. Let's go with the less committed. They eat like birds. Yes. Let's ask them about their families. I think we ask them about their families because I'm worried what happens when we offer them food. Okay. They look at each other weirdly. The situation is puzzling. Availability. Oh yeah. How's your girlfriends doing? They look at each other weirdly. It's a weird situation for them. A frog princess comes bursting into the room as if it's being chased by something, then starts asking about their girlfriends. They can't make sense of it. But you ask again. So you gotta. That was very weird, right? You're gonna tell your girlfriends about that weird story. That's gonna be a funny story for your girlfriends, right? That's what you just keep talking about their girlfriends. And one of them steps forward, is very confused, and in a twittering voice it says, "Our blessed mothers are well, but what business is this of yours?" Oh, mothers. So instead of girl, so this one doesn't have a girlfriend. It's talking about its mother. That's its family. That's what it interprets as family. When you say family, it thinks about its mother. So you know that probably it doesn't have a mate. What business is this of yours? Very good start. Yeah. Will you take advantage of their confusion, apologize for the intrusion, and ask permission to leave, or apologize for offending them and continue the conversation? Of course we can continue the conversation. I'm not going to be even bother asking you because I know what your choice is going to be. Yeah. In a soft voice, you add that you're glad to hear about their mothers and ask whether their fathers are also well. So polite. The 3 scowl at you menacingly. Do not ask. Our mothers are well. That is all that need concern you. And what of you? Where is your home? Oh, fathers are a touchy subject. But bad family, like broken families or something. Where is your home? They're continuing the pleasantries. Will you tell them that you're from Analand, or will you claim to be from Kare, the city port of traps? Okay, Analand or city port of traps. Kare. What do we choose? Analand? That's risky, Shin. You're sure? No! Verbing nouns. No. Oh, God. Was that even... I have the feeling that what you wrote was just... censored in the channel. Yes, it is censored. Shin confirmed that this is censored. I saw what you wrote. The dirty, dirty pun. Alright. So, yeah, you're telling them from Outland. You're telling them the truth. Actually, they're from Analand. You say, hey boys, I'm from Analand. And you know what they say about frog princesses from Analand. The 3 look at one another. From Analand, eh? Asked one, and they make little chirping noises quietly to one another. Yes, we know what they say about frog princesses from Analand. Is that true? You say, yes, of course that's true. You want me to show you? And they say, wait, have you heard of the Crown of Kings? So they immediately just break to the Crown of Kings. They have that at least that one, the one that's talking to you, has to ask about the Crown of Kings, which is, I'll remind you, the object of your quest. That's not actually you're after. So will you tell them that you have no interest in the Crown of Kings, and you'll just try to gather information by continuing the seduction? Or will you admit your interest and ask why they want to know? That's the vote. Go ahead. Shane absolutely wants. That's perfect. Okay. Come clean and tell them that you really do want to know. Interesting. I'm curious to know. Oh, friend, I can tell that you are concealing from us the real reason that you are here. Wait, what? Did I choose the right one? But that is wise. Caution is wisdom in Mampang. But whether or not you come upon us by accident, you have made a lucky discovery. For we can help you more than you think with your mission. My name is Peewit Crew. Peewit Crew. We three are known as the Samaritans of Shin. Oh, it's them. And our goal is the overthrow of the Archmage. He is a power-crazed madman. His ambitions must be stopped. Find the Crown of Kings. If you do, we will all have our wishes. If we can help you, we will. If you need our help, blow on this. We will come to your aid if we can. Peewit Crew hands you a small silver whistle, which you place safely in your pack. You thank him and the other Samaritans and leave the room. They offer you their best wishes as you leave. Add 2 luck points for this encounter. That is awesome. Yes. Blow on this. Blow on this whenever you feel lonely. Okay. Silver whistle. All right. It's a silver whistle, let's say. It's a whistle. If we ever have some time to spend a long, lonely night, we can blow on the whistle. All right, cool. Very nice. All right, it's 10:30. I think we're done with the encounter, and we might be done for the night. Let's see what happens in the next paragraph. You leave the room. You check to make sure no one else is about. The way is clear. You creep quietly along the passageway until you reach a T-junction. Okay, there's another junction, another choice to make. We've made 2 good seductions today. That was really good. Yeah, 2 good seductions. One of them, like the Peewit Crew and the dudes, they were very business, like down to business. But the successful seduction with the miser, Valinia, that was cool. We seduced this guy who was really, he seemed to be very like hard to get to start with, but I guess we managed to seduce him. Cool. Very well, thank you. That was awesome. I'm gonna write down that we're in reference 479. If you're following along at home, and some of you are, let's write down reference 479. So we're going to start from next week, and we're going to be here like every week. It's going to be Saturday night, 6:30 GMT, 8:30 Israel time, 1:30 EST. And if you're joining us on Mondays, same time here, 1:30 EST, 6:30 GMT, we're going to be playing Questers of Yalpalor, a comedy fantasy improvised role-playing game with a bunch of improvisers making my life harder than it ought to be. So that's Mondays. We're going to have more shows soon, but we don't know yet when. Thank you very much for everyone who joined us tonight. We had a little bit of a crowd, some audience to make some votes. Harder is better. Yes, that's true. Thank you very much to anyone who's been watching this, who watched this in the future on YouTube. Thank you very much for anyone who followed us or subscribed. Specifically, since our last broadcast, our last show, we had Conforti Guy following us. So thank you very much for the follow, Conforti Guy. Yeah, we'll see you this Monday and next Saturday. Thank you very much for Sirens who didn't interrupt our broadcast. I really worried about might happen, but my worst fears did not come to pass. Everything was relatively relaxed and calm in the surroundings. Have a nice evening, nice night, nice afternoon. We are for now, yeah. I mean, yeah, we're very far away. We're in a safe place. Emotionally, as is geographically, very safe. Yeah. We'll see you next week. Until then, play hard and stay safe. And good night.